Greetings 40k fans, JT the Voice here, and it is another new Codex day. We've got World Eaters versus Sisters of Battle in this 40k in 40 minutes.
World Eaters!
Tak brings his Sisters of Battle to thwart Mubin's new Codex excitement as he headmans the World Eaters and their new book.
We have a brand new Codex for World Eaters, and oh boy, am I excited.
Our mission today is Linchpin with raised banners on a Dawn of War deployment. All objectives are worth 3 points. However, if you control your home objective, the other objectives become worth 5 points each to a maximum of 15 per turn and 50 for the game. Our mission special rule is raise banners. At the end of each player's turn, if a battle line unit is within range of an objective that the player controls, that unit will raise a banner on the objective and score an extra secondary point.
Not only do I get to take the new World Eaters for a spin, I get to test one of the brand new detachments that we got, the KHORNE DAEMONKIN, which allows me to now take World Eaters as well as Blood Legion, or better known as KHORNE Demons, in an allied detachment together.
Mubin's KHORNE DAEMONKIN consists of Angron, Lord Invocatus, and a Master of Executions with the Blade of Endless Bloodshed. He's got 2 squads of 10 Jackals and 10 Berserkers.
Yeah, that's right. A minimum squad size of 10 KHORNE Berserkers, who now move 8 inches, super fast, who are going in the party bus with the Master of Executions. I've also got a unit of 8-bound. I've got a unit of 6 Exalted 8-bound, who both have gotten some minor changes. The 8-bound will also have Lord Invocatus leading him, because he's got some new changes to his rules as well, like giving a unit that he attaches to Deep Strike. And then for my KHORNE Demon allies, I've got 2 units of Bloodletters and a unit of Blood Crushers.
His Bloodletters, 8-bound with Invocatus, the Exalted 8-bound, and Blood Crushers will all start in reserve, and the Master of Execution will attach to the Berserkers, and they will go in the Rhino.
I'm really excited about today's match because I am playing the Adepta Sororitas, the Battle Sisters, which I haven't played in a hot minute.
Tak's Army of Faith consists of a Canoness with the Litanies of Faith enhancement, a Dialogus, an Imagifier with the Divine Aspect enhancement, Morvenn Vahl, Saint Celestine, and a Canoness with a Jump Pack.
Canoness with Jump Pack leading a squad of Zephyrim. She's got the Holy Baseball Bat, as well as the Blade of Eleanor. That's a lot of angry melee to go against angry melee.
He's got 10 Battle Sisters, an Immolator, and a Rhino.
With the Immolator, I've been able to split up my Battle Sisters. I've got 2 Arco-flagellants squads,
a Castigator, 3 Paragon Warsuits, 10 Repentias, 5 Retributors, 5 Seraphim, and 2 Penitent Engines. Tak will be starting the Seraphim and Saint Celestine in reserve, and his Immolator will split his Battle Sisters with the Imagifier and the Canoness. The Sisters with the Imagifier will go in the Immolator, and the Canoness with the Battle Sisters on the board in the Repentia Squad in the Rhino.
I've got a list that has a little bit of everything. Good screening units, good scoring units, some real heavy punch in the Paragon Warsuits, as well as the Retributors. I'm a shooting army, Mubin's a melee army. It's gonna all come down to how Mubin moves around the board.
It's been a while since both Tak and I have played Sisters or World Eaters, respectively. They just want to shoot all the angry boys dead. We just want to chop up the Sisters and please KHORNE. But at the end of the day, KHORNE cares not from where the blood flows, so we're just gonna have a bloodbath. I'm looking forward to doing all the things, or trying to at least do all the things.
New World Eaters.
New World Eaters!
We've borrowed Jordan's army.
Because they're so pretty. Back in late 7th edition, there was a thing called KHORNE DAEMONKIN. KHORNE DAEMONKIN was a thing where you got to play demons and Chaos Space Marines that were dedicated to KHORNE, and now you get to do it all over again. The detachment rule is every time a Blood Legion or World Eater unit kills an enemy unit in melee, so I have to kill it in melee, I get to roll a dice. On a 3-up, I get a Blood Tithe point. At the start of my command phase, depending on how many Blood Tithe points I have, I can spend them to give myself certain blessings.
Mubin wins the roll for deployment and chooses Tak to defend, so he'll drop first.
Squad of Battle Sisters with the Canoness.
The second unit of Jackals.
We're going to continue the plan to burninate the countrysides.
They're all going to be underneath, but again, for sake of ease and camera, we are going to put them all up here.
I just want more information from you. Arco-flagellants are going to go right on the line, right here.
Rhino's going to start there.
With a lot of deep striking and reserved units, Mubin is definitely going to be a bit short on deployments. That's going to give Tak a lot of extra information. Pretty straightforward for both players. However, I kind of feel Mubin's a bit outnumbered here. And if Tak goes first, he could zip up the board and pin, of all things, the World Eaters in their own deployment zone. This episode is brought to you by Warhammer 40,000 Tacticus. It's an exciting turn-based tactical strategy game set in the eternal conflict of the Warhammer 40,000 universe. If you're looking for tactical, fast-paced battlefield gameplay right in the palm of your hand, this game is for you. In Tacticus, you can assemble and lead over 80 legendary Warhammer 40,000 champions from 18 different playable factions. I'm personally partial to the Eldar and Janezar especially, however there are famous champions from every faction. Tacticus is an officially licensed Games Workshop game, and the developers are continually introducing fresh content, exciting features, new game modes, and challenging events, so there's always a way to play. I really enjoy the campaign play. Events like For the Skull Throne, and I really like the Salvage Run play mode. And of course, collecting my favorite faction champion. Plus, if you sign up now, or even if you're already playing, use code PLAYONTT25 to get yourself 50 Blackstone, 10 shards for Tarvak the World Eater's Master of Executions, and 1,000 gold coins. That code again is PLAYONTT25 and is live until the end of May 2025. Warhammer 40,000 Tacticus. Check out the link in the description below, or go to the App Store and download it today.
I definitely want you to go first.
Sisters of Battle have really been up and down as far as the power scale goes. They're in a decent place now and still performing very well on the tabletop. However, they're still toughness 3 bodies primarily. Mubin really needs to be hyper aggressive and just go after them. After all, that's what world leaders do. Skulls for the Skull Throne and blood for the Blood God.
Ooh, that's a low roll.
Yeah! The one time I'm happy to see a 1.
Looks like Tack's gonna be going first.
Start of battle round 1. I get a miracle die, and you get your KHORNE.
Tack's gonna get a 3 for his miracle dice.
Angron's Wrathful Presence ability, he's going to go with Blood God's Favor, which is one of his new abilities, which allows him to reroll 6 of my Blessings of KHORNE dice. What do you give us, KHORNE?
Mubin rolls for his Blessings of KHORNE. He's got Warp Blade. That's going to give him some lethal hits. Attack secondaries are Assassination and Extend Battle Lines.
Assassination, not great for turn 1.
Litanies of Faith go off. That gives him another miracle dice. That's going to be a 5.
Go into the movement phase. I don't want to move too far forward here because if I do, I know I'm going to get World Eaters in my face. Lose a couple on a pivot, but it's just going to go right there.
Immolator moves up as well into flamer range of the KHORNE Rhino.
Try to bait your jackals and trying to come and get that objective.
Sisters Rhino shifts up just a little bit. Always good to have a hunter killer in your back pocket.
Tack does have the ability to shoot at my Rhino. I'm hoping that the Chaos Gods are going to be kind and let the party bus live.
Retributors move out of the building.
So I've got 2 heavy bolters. I can see your Rhino.
Shuffling some sisters in the back just to zone out deep strikes. Zephyrim move to get away from Angron.
The Paragon Warsuits are going to move their full 8.
Penitent Engine on the right side, screening out Angron, it looks like.
We go into the Shoesting.
Castigator goes first. It's going to be able to choose a target to get +1 armor penetration against.
Castigator is going to take all of its guns, which is a battle cannon, 3 heavy bolters, storm bolter, and we are going to do the one-shot hunter killer all into the Rhino.
Poor little Rhino. I'm going to spend a command point. We are going to pop smoke screen.
Let's start the party off with the battle cannon.
Battle cannon 6 shots, hits and wounds 3 times, 6 damage to the KHORNE Rhino.
Heavy bolters.
Heavy bolter does 4, movement saves.
Storm bolter. I need a 6.
Okay, Tack. Down to 3.
It's a one-shot missile. I don't want my hunter killer to fail here.
Tack using his 3 miracle dice to auto hit with the hunter killer, and it wounds.
I need a 5.
You do. It's a D6 damage weapon. I'm not gonna risk it.
Using his 5 on his miracle dice to ensure the Rhino kill. Gotta love 2 acts of faith per unit per turn.
It's a miracle. I've killed the Rhino.
1 berserker takes a wound on the emergency disembark.
Does Rhino go boom? Rhino does not go boom. And they are battle shocked because they came out of a destroyed vehicle.
Let's see if we can take out the guy that hit his head on the bulkhead.
Way to be mean.
I mean, what happens if you're super nice to your opponent in a game of Warhammer?
I don't know. Is it just become pacifism?
Yeah. Now we're gonna go with my Retributor Squad. I only have 1 heavy bolter that can see your berserkers. But wounding on 3s. You do have cover.
Kills the injured berserker.
He was meant to die.
I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah, that's pretty good for you.
I am going to raise a banner with this battle line unit on my home objective.
That is 5 for extend battle lines and no assassination points. That's going to be discarded. But a point for raised banners is going to give Tack 6 to Mubin 0 as we head to Mubin's turn 1.
secondary time.
Mubin is drawn, bring it down, and engage on all fronts.
These secondaries were not what I was hoping for turn 1. Jackals will sticky my home objective. Sounds good.
Left side Jackals move up, just touching that objective to take control of it.
We are just going to spread out a little bit.
The Berserkers and the Master of Executions move up into cover in the middle board. Angron stays back. Bloodletters also stay back.
He's not really moving up.
Bloodletters, because they're in a safe spot where they can actually buff the Berserkers if you come after them. Movement, done. Shooting, none. Not really a shooty army, and you killed my one unit that had shooting. Into the charge phase, no charges.
No charges. Wait, what? What? Hold on. I thought those Jackals were going to charge me, but they're not.
We're being patient here. Right now, if I go in and he decides to heroically intervene or overwatch and he kills off the Jackals, I do have the command point to bring in a unit of Bloodletters instead, but that's doing it on my turn. If he decides to kill them off on his turn, I can effectively replace them. KHORNE isn't here, he's off listening to his whale sounds, we're not worried about that.
Whale sound?
He listens to whale sounds in his Rhino.
Mubin has really decided to just stay staged here. If the Jackal squad's killed in Tack's turn, he's got some tricks, but he's going to discard both secondaries because he can't score either of them, and that's going to give him an extra command point and go into the end of turn at 6-0 on the next turn.
I do have the lead, and I'm going to make him work to claw back into this game. Start the battle round. What miracle is in store for me? That is a 4.
Mubin rolls Blessings of KHORNE. He takes Martial Excellence and Warp Blades. It's going to give him sustained and lethal hits in melee.
That was a really good KHORNE roll. Litanies of Faith with the Canoness.
Litanies of Faith gives a 2 for Miracle Dice for attack. Defend Stronghold and Storm Hostile Objective are drawn.
Hey look, you just need to take that away from me.
Oh, you've pretty much telegraphed. I wasn't sure if I wanted to take them out, but now I
have to.
Where's my containment?
I don't know. Tak has continued to draw really good secondaries for himself.
Tack's home objective is stickied just like Mubin's. 14-0 as we head to Tack's movement phase.
Arco-flagellants in the middle here are just going to go and start to chase you down here.
Repentia jump from the Rhino and move to the left side objective. Penitent Engine is up as well. Sister's Rhino moving back, zoning out a little bit.
Mubin is not really letting me have a go turn. He's still fairly hidden, and I'm going to need to be really smart about my movement here. Try to shut down his efficacy.
The Arco-flagellants move closer to the Berserkers. Potentially they could blood surge into them. Zephyrim shuffle up behind, probably for a counter charge.
I'm going to take my Penitent Engine, and just going to go backwards. We go into my reserve step. Celestine is actually going to come claim this objective. That looks like it's a weird move. But what that move does is it actually pushes out your rapid ingress. And in this detachment, I have a stratagem. If at the end of my opponent's phase, a jump pack unit can go back into reserves. She's a very safe zone out for rapid ingress.
Oh, looks like Mubin's left a pocket for the Seraphim to deep strike into his backfield.
Okay, Tak is coming for my home objective. I think this is where I use a rapid ingress. They're gonna help secure my home objective, but also just add a threat to that center.
Right into the center of the board beside his Berserkers. Nice.
Pew poo boom booms. The Penitent Engine over here only has one target, which is the Jackals in front. Here are the Penitent Flamers, wounding on 3s.
6s.
5 dead Jackals.
The Retributor Squad, because I can still see. So there are 2 Heavy Bolters, so I can see you.
Retributors only kill 1.
Rhino is going to shoot the Storm Bolters up, and winning on 4s.
Rhino now, Storm Bolters, kill 2 Jackals. Seraphim, everything into that home objective Jackal squad. Movement spends a command point on Blessing of Burning Blood. He's going to give them a 4+ invulnerable save.
And Flamers.
Saves 3, but 6 still burn.
Pistols.
Haja! No, I don't make a save.
Castigator, Storm Bolters, and Heavy Bolter into those same Jackals. Battle Cannon into the Blood Crushers, and Heavy Bolters into the Berserkers. Splitting fire to victory.
Storm Bolter into Jackals.
I need 6s. I got 1 6. One of them lives.
I could totally whiff with the Heavy Bolters.
Please whiff with the heavy bolter. Snake eyes?
No, I got 1. AP1.
And he kills him.
The Jackals are dead. Most importantly, I did in the shooting phase, which means if he wants to bring in his Bloodletters, he still gives me the opportunity to charge into them. 2 Heavy Bolters are going to go into your Berserkers.
Live.
Oh no!
Jeez.
Oh no!
Oh, wow, 4 go down.
Oh, those poor berserkers are taking a lot of casualties and they haven't been able to go up and play yet. I'm going to opt to not Blood Surge because Blood Surge is optional.
The last shot that I have from that tank.
D6 plus 4.
Battle cannon, 7 shots into Blood Crushers. Kills 2.
Mubin, you've got to make some saves. The Immolator is going to take its Heavy Flamer, its Heavy Bolter, and I hate that I'm doing this, but you're not going to give me a shot with Angron. My Hunter Killer is also going to go into your Blood Crush. Because the Hunter Killer has an opportunity to just kill one flat out, we're going to start with that. I hit on a 2.
You hit on 2.
That's a 1.
Command point here, and a Miracle Dice to ensure that it hits.
Winning on a 2.
Kills a Blood Crusher. Heavy Bolters do nothing.
Flamers.
Jesus, I can't make a single one.
And another Blood Crusher is down to a single wound.
That was some good shooting. I don't like it, but that was some good shooting.
I am not declaring any charges here.
Tak is going to score 4 points on Storm Hostile, and he has Defend Stronghold ongoing.
It's time for my turn 2, and this is where we're gonna hit pedal to the metal, and we're gonna start charging things. Start of my turn 2, I go up to 2 command points.
I'm at 4 and no Miracle Die.
Movement's pulled Storm Hostile and Recover Assets.
Actions, not when I need them.
He spends a command point here on Demon Tide, and that brings back an entire Blood Crusher. The Jackals on his home objective are battle shocked.
Which means I can't really target them with any stratagems. This is kind of bad. I will score 3 on my home objective. That is it, but I'm on the board. Let's start the movement phase.
Bloodletter's moving up from the deployment zone towards St. Celestine.
Angron is going to come play.
Reinforcements in. 8-bound and Invocatus looking to reclaim some ground here.
I'm going to spend 1 command point on Overwatch
Into the Invocatus and the 8-bound.
with the Flamer.
1 8-bound drops to 2 wounds. Heavy Bolters do nothing.
And then Exalted.
That's a lot of angry.
I still have a unit of Bloodletters off the table, but it's turn 2, so I don't need them to just show up yet.
Invocatus not going to shoot as he wants to make his charge.
Crushers are going to declare a multi-charge into the Immolator as well as the Arco-flags.
Mubin elects the Arco-flagellants for Brass Stampede, but only manages a single mortal wound.
Oh no!
No!
Oh, that didn't work.
Well, my Berserkers are going to wait another turn.
Angron with a mighty 4-inch charge into Celestine. Bloodletter's also charging Celestine with a 7. That is enough to screen for Angron for after the Saint falls.
Celestine is looking to be completely surrounded here.
Invocatus and the 8-bound do not make it to the Repentia.
I need the Exalted 8-bound into the Castigator more than I need Invocatus into the Repentia.
Exalted 8-bound now into the Castigator. Rerolling the 6 into an 11. That makes the charge. Homefield Jackals attempt into the Seraphim, but fail the 9.
Now into the punchy stabby phase. We're going to start with the Bloodletters. They have a boatload of attacks. I want to try and pick up Celestine with just the Bloodletters.
Both save. 2 more. Fails 1. Fails both. Gemini are down.
She takes 2 damage.
She's down to 3.
So unfortunately, what's happened is with the pile of bodies that was there, by lifting the Gemini, you can't now reach Celestine. Celestine's not gonna die, which means she doesn't resurrect in this turn, which means I'm not able to get her out of dodge yet.
Blood Crushers are next. 3 into the Immolator, 1 into the Arco-flagellants. Tak uses Sacred Command from the Canoness to reduce the command point cost of a stratagem here.
And I'm gonna do Blinding Radiance.
That's gonna make the Blood Crushers -1 to hit.
I start with the Hellblade first. 2 attacks. Misses. 4 extra attacks from his horn. Feel the pain.
I feel none of them.
3 Hellblades going into the Immolator.
I've got a 4 up, maybe. Nope, 1 damage.
Blinding Light has really paid off.
Exalted 8-bound. Time to see what they can do with their shiny new upgrade.
Exalted 8-bound, carving the Castigator to pieces here.
I blocked 1. You did 34.
That'll do. That double whammy of sustained and lethal hits just put out so much damage with the anti-vehicle 3.
Overkill me 3 times over. This deserves a boom.
No. Oh my god.
Does not explode. Mubin gets a Blood Tithe point, and Tak gets a 3 on his Miracle Dice.
I get to fight back.
Arco-flagellants fight back here. Extremis trigger word being used. Cinnamon boosts each model of 6 attacks, but it's all hazardous.
You kill the wounded one. Boop.
Now I owe you 3 hazardous checks.
One hazardous failed, but one Arco-flagellant dies.
Immolator will attack you back.
Down to 1 wound left on that Blood Crusher.
Celestine kills 2 bloodletters.
Interesting board state. World Eaters are all over the place, in very good position to start to take away objectives.
Mubin does score 4 points for Storm Hostile Objective, discards Recover Assets to get a command point, and Tak does successfully defend his stronghold for 3 secondary.
Start a new battle round. Miracle die. I got a 6.
Ooh. Angron is gonna go with Overwhelming Wrath.
If an enemy tries to fall back, they're going to have to take a leadership test, and if they fail, they cannot fall back.
KHORNE Yahtzee.
Blessings of KHORNE results in total carnage. When killed in the fight phase, a unit can fight on death. He's also got Unbridled Blood Loss. That's a reroll of a charge roll.
Then we go into the actual command phase. I'm going to go to 4 command points.
I go to 2.
And he's pulled no prisoners and marked for death. Mubin's using the Hidden Berserkers, Invocatus in the 8-pound, and Angron.
I don't believe in destiny or fate, but here I am being forced to just kill.
Litanies of Faith will get a 3 on Miracle Dice as well.
Celestine procs her ability to bring back a friend. I'm going to score 3 points for my home, 5 points for No Man's Land.
29-7 as we head to Tak's movement phase.
Let's just get out of the way. I do want to try to fall back Celestine.
Celestine succeeds on her leadership to fall back, but the Gemini dies on a desperate breakout.
What kind of friend does that? Hey, can you send down another Gemini? Hey, Jen, really nice to see you. I need you to die.
I just imagine Celestine just holding her in front of all the bloodletters as they're just cutting her down.
Battle Sisters and Imagifier disembark from the Immolator, moving to the middle objective. Morvenn Vahl and the Paragon Warsuits are moving forward to the Bloodletters.
I do not want to move my Rets because I want the heavy.
Seraphim move a model onto Mubin's home objective, stringing back towards the bottom left corner. Repentia moving closer to the Exalted 8-pound as well. Sisters Rhino blocking out while gaining line of sight of the 8-pound. Battle Sisters with Canoness shuffling to the left. Imagifier with Divine Aspect forces a battle shock on the Exalted 8-pound, but it is passed with an 8.
KHORNE wants it.
That's too bad.
Shoot o'clock.
Shoot o'clock. Seraphim in the back into your Jackals. Flamers.
Flamers. 6 ups. They are dead. Burned.
And they've stolen Mubin's home objective.
We're going to shoot the Immolator into the Exalted 8-pound. Flamer first.
Ooh, that is an angry tank. I painted you. How dare you?
He wants to make you proud. He's like, Dad, look.
You're bringing shame to the family.
An Exalted 8-pound goes down. Heavy bolters fail the wound, but the Exalted 8-pound will not have cover.
Battle Sisters going into your Exalted 8-pound.
Heavy bolter does 2 damage, that's it.
2 bolters in rapid fire range. Not a single 5. 2 pistols. Looking for 5. No, that's not. I'm going to move on to the Flamer off the Penitent Engine.
3s.
Retributors, but only 1 Melta and 1 Heavy bolter are in line of sight.
Got my shooting order a little wrong here. Should have shot the Retributors first. Unfortunately now, I only get 2 shots with the girls.
Melta wounds, and a 3 is spent for the second hit. The Heavy bolter almost cleans the squad up. One's alive with a single wound.
2 ladies were all that I needed. These sisters got 2 shots.
Can they finish them?
I need a 5. You're gonna give me the privilege, the absolute honor, killing you with a rhino. Stormbolter.
Lonely.
Hit you twice.
I am so lonely.
How many wounds you have left?
1.
Do not get you with the rhino.
Penitent Engine now, 10 flamers into the Bloodletters.
6 of them will still die.
Paragon Warsuits, 1 command point to grenade the mighty Angron.
How do Alaris custodians not have grenades, but they do? I'm triggered. Fun fact, Mubin's trigger word is grenades.
Or lack thereof. Hey, Angron, catch.
No.
That's gonna do 3 mortal wounds to him.
Paragon Warsuits now. All of the Meltas are gonna go into Angron.
And Fidelis from Vahl, Miracle Dice blown. Gat's gonna give 3 extra attacks.
That one in particular is gonna go into the Bloodletters. And then her missiles, a 2-shot profile, is gonna go into Angron. The Paragon Warsuits have to do a ton of work. 2 in Melta range. Neither.
Do it again. Do it again.
Paragon suits with the reroll and a 6 on Miracle Dice to wound Angron.
And then here's the other one. No.
And here's the 4.
Angron fails. Command reroll passes.
The rest of them.
4s.
There is 3.
All right, Angron, you got this.
Oh no!
Ah, failing so many saves.
Melt to 1 does.
He's down to 3 wounds left.
The Paragon Stormbolters.
Paragon Stonebolters fail the wound.
I roll hot when the damage is middling.
Here comes the Paragon Missile Launcher off of Vahl.
Paragon Missile Launcher, that takes down Angron.
Does he blow?
No.
Fidelis into the Bloodletters.
5 wounds, finishes them off.
Everything dies.
Everything worked out perfectly. Angron is down, the Bloodletters are down. That side of the board is looking real, real good.
Righteous Repugnance gives Vahl a miracle dice for killing a unit. Tack gets a 5.
Because you have Fight on Death, I'm going to try with the Rhino first. Dice Gods.
Close, but not enough.
Repentia are going to go into your Exalted 8-pound.
Zephyrim into the Blood Crushers with an 11-inch charge. They make it in. Paragon Warsuits try a long bomb into the Berserkers with an 11. They fail.
We're going to go super aggro here.
Zephyrim starting us off here with a Canoness with Jump Pack.
I'm going to go with Divine Deliverance. I add 3 to the attack characteristics, and I get Devastating.
Sacred Command drops that command points for Faith and Fury to 0. That's also going to give them Lance.
1 dies, and his other buddy has 3 wounds left.
Here comes the Canoness, the Holy Baseball Bat.
He lives with a wound.
Thanks to Faith and Fury, though, Tack gets a 5 on the Miracle Dice. Repentia fighting the last Exalted 8-bound.
Exalted 8-bound is dead. That is max points for no prisoners.
Fights on death. He only gets 4 attacks.
On 2s.
Fights on death, kills 2 Repentia in retaliation. Exalted 8-bound dies. Mubin spends 1 command point on Summoned by Slaughter to bring in his reserved Bloodletters onto that left objective.
That is a masterful move.
Blood Crushers targeting the Zephyrim now.
An actual command point this time for
Blindy, lighty, shininess.
the use of Mubin's head.
The beacon.
Gives Mubin a -1 to hit.
And then the horns.
2 dead as a result of the attacks. Arco-flagellants trigger with the Extremis word again into the Blood Crushers.
Spending 1 command point on Divine Guidance. 70.
4 wounds, Blood Crusher down, and the last one's on 3 wounds.
That earns me a Miracle Die. That was an eventful turn.
Don't exactly have a lot left.
What a turn. No prisoners for 5. Marked for death for Angron is another 5. And another banner.
My turn 3.
Pacha.
Secure no man's land and cleanse.
Command point on Demon Tide to bring back a full Blood Crusher. Blood Crushers pass the Battle Shock. 3 points on primary.
On to movement. The Berserkers are all just gonna scooch over into this corner here. I also do need to deal with my home objective. These boys, as much as I didn't want to, have to turn around.
Bloodletters choose to stay put. They do not want to be overwatched. Shooting phase now, and the Berserkers shoot the Battle Sisters to no effect.
Yep, see, this is why I wasn't shooting anything. With that out of the way, let's charge things.
Okay.
Invocatus in the 8-bound charge the Seraphim. Invocatus Blood Stampede for a mortal wound into the Seraphim.
Berserkers, they're gonna multi-charge. Sisters and the Immolator.
I don't think my Battle Sisters are long for this world. Too bad. I would have liked to have flagged a few more things.
The Bloodletters are gonna go for some Repentia.
Tack spends a command point to overwatch with the Penitent Engine.
5 ups.
Takes down 4.
And then they charge.
Bloodletters make the charge.
That's all the charges.
I mean, that's also every single unit you have on the table in combat.
Yep.
Like, this is KHORNE happiness right here.
Looks like Tack forgot to make his hazardous checks on the Arco-flagellants last turn. Making it now, he did.
KHORNE Berserkers, everything into the Sisters, and I'm starting with the Master of Executions first. He's got 6 attacks, hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s, 6s are deaths, and he's re-rolling it all.
That's 2 devs and 4 more wounds.
4 invulns. Imagifier is dead. You got them. The sisters are all dead.
The Master of Executions and his Berserker buddies have done exactly what I needed him to, and thanks to the Master of Executions killing 2 units, I get 2 Blood Tithe points.
Master of Executions kill the character. Mubin gains a command point, immediately spending it on a worthy skull.
He gets the full 3, so I go to 6 Blood Tithe points. Command point, tons of Blood Tithe points, and now let's start getting those bonuses going.
Immediately spending 5 for Might of KHORNE, that's going to give his demons access to the Blessings of KHORNE.
So that means they now also have Fight on Death. And depending on the next battle round and what my KHORNE Yahtzee is, I get extra stuff.
That procced a lot of stuff. Imagifier died. I get a miracle die. It's a 1. The battle sisters are gone. I rolled another 1.
Are we making me roll all this?
No.
Invocatus and 8-bound kill the Seraphim. Mubin's back to 2 blood tithe.
And I get
another 1.
That's 3 1s in a row. In terms of miracle dice, I've got a 5, a 4, a 2, a 1, a 1, a 1.
And now for the bloodletters to do some bloodletting.
Attack spends a command point on Blinding Radiance.
Stab.
5 Repentia still go down.
Going to ongoing combat.
Zephyrim and Jump Pack Canoness. Embodied Prophecy, lethal hits.
That's 1 dead so far, but you still have the Holy Baseball Bat. Baseball Bat. Invols. He lives, and then does his buddy Fight on Death. He does! First with his blade.
5 up invuln. Do not make it.
And then the horns. 3. That won't do.
I lose a sister, and you lose the blood crusher.
Oh, I also realized my berserkers killed 2 units. Just have 2 bloodshed points.
Well, there's blood tithe points and blood shed points and the gain command points. What do they not do?
They do everything. Ongoing fight for me, so that's the only one I've got left.
You went double 6 to double 1?
I don't control these dice, man. Rhino's horns.
Remaining Blood Crusher kills another Zephyrim.
You're forcing battle shocks all over the place.
Yay, we're doing things.
2 Repentia fighting into bloodletters.
I don't like it.
The whip.
Whip.
Only 2 bloodletters remain.
That was a risky trade for Mubin. I've lost a lot. He's lost a lot. We now tie OC on the objective.
Immolator does a wound, but all saves are made there. Mubin will discard Cleanse and score 2 for Secure No Man's Land. He also raises a banner on the center objective.
We're going into turn 4, and I'm really behind on points, and I have a Primarch that gets to come back.
Secrets?
Oh, absolutely, I'm going to do secrets, and the audience will know exactly what I'm going to do, and you probably have an idea of what I'm going to pick anyway.
Mubin chooses a secret mission, Command Insertion. That means he's going to need to get Angron on Tack's home objective and hold it by the end of the game.
Nice t-shirt.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Tack gets a 3 on his Miracle Dice for the turn.
Let's see if we can bring Angron back.
Blessings of KHORNE roll Angron resurrected. This is instead of getting any other blessings.
8 wounds remaining, and he's in my reserves. So he has Deep Strike, he can pop in whatever he wants.
He's pulled Overwhelming Force and Sabotage. Celestine returns another Gemini. The Arco-flagellants are battle-shocked. The Zephyrim are battle-shocked.
I really want to score on that objective, so I'm going to use 1 command point, my only command point. Insane Bravery with Repentia.
8 points primary for Tack. Takes him to 24 primary and 48 points on the game.
Tack is most likely going to try and zone me out, because I have a feeling he knows what I'm trying to do here.
Celestine moves to the ruins in Mubin's deployment zone. Looks like to set up Sabotage. Immolator falls back, giving space for the units to shoot the Berserkers. Paragon Warsuits swinging around. Looks like they want shots on the Berserkers. Zephyrim fall back, zoning out a potential Angron drop, passing their desperate escape test. Lone Arco-flagellant moves back, so the Immolator is the closest model for the Blood Surge. Some tactical movement from Tack.
Shooting phase, we are going to start with Morvenn Vahl.
Mubin spending his command point for Blessings of Burning Blood. That's going to give them a 4-up invuln save.
1 miracle die out of my pool on Morvenn Vahl for Righteous Repugnance. Morvenn Vahl is a beast. I'm going to use that unit to try to take out the Berserkers as well as take out this one last Blood Crusher. Fire Fidelis into the Blood Crusher. Everything else is going to go into your
Poor Berserkers.
Berserkers.
4s.
She kills the Blood Crusher, and that's going to give her back a Miracle Dice of a 2.
Does it wound? It does not.
Rerolling though.
It does.
5 up invul. No. 1 Berserker.
Oh no. Dead.
Dead.
D6 dead. Not dead. And, well,
Killed 3 of them.
I'll just go with Prioris. 2s. Dead.
The Berserkers are also wiped out.
I'm running out of bodies here.
That Arco-flagellant is charging the bloodletters.
Hey, chat, do you want to choose the extremis word? Mubin thinks it's grenades.
Extremis trigger word is go. Arco-flagellants kill the bloodletters. Hazardous roll succeeds.
Well, that was a quick turn.
Attack scores 5 points on overwhelming force, and sabotage is ongoing.
Secondaries, because what do the cards want me to do?
Mubin pulls Defense Stronghold and Assassination. Oh, Defense Stronghold's no good for him. Dropping Defense Stronghold, nothing else to do in his turn, so that's going to give him Marked for Death.
Rhino. Immolator. Morvenn Vahl's unit.
3 points on primary.
Movement phase.
End of the movement phase. Angron right back in the middle of the battlefield. Looks like he's going after Morvenn Vahl.
I've got to deal with Angron yet again.
I just need 2 9-inch charges.
I mean, dice can turn.
Invocatus is just going to go to Celestine. We're going to shut down this pesky sabotage, and we're just going to finish it out. Invocatus into Celestine. Get him!
Oh, no!
Invocatus on the charge, 3 mortal wounds, kills the Gemini, and leaves Celestine on 2.
What this game is illustrating is I would never want to be Celestine's friend. You made 1 charge? Can you make another?
Owen, Angron's back. Do you want to do this?
So you've made 1 big charge.
I made 1 big charge.
You're not feeling another one in you?
I'm giving this one to Owen. Owen needs to feel the glory.
Owen, don't do this to me.
Blood for the blood god. 9
Into the dice roll.
Hey.
He gets an 11.
What? Oh, whoa, get out of here.
Can he also be my dice caddy now?
Angron gets the 11, thanks to the magic touch of Owen.
Has finally made it into glorious combat, and we're going to start this game.
For the strike profile, 4 wounds only.
This is where this detachment is so strong. I'm going to do 2 acts of faith here.
Attack using 2 miracle dice here to auto pass 2 saves.
No. So 1 suit is dead. No. Nope.
Just kill the 1 suit. That is a very, very healthy squad of Paragon Warsuits.
Invocatus strikes Celestine now.
3 saves on your invul.
She's dead?
Do I get a blood tithe point for the lulls? I do! I have 3. Lying down.
Lying down.
Taking up. Now we just need her to not stand up. And then Vahl and friends get to punch Angron in the face again.
Righteous Repugnance again, sacks a miracle dice, getting in an extra 3 attacks on the Lance of Illumination.
I'm also going to spend 1 command point on Divine Guidance to give them armor pen.
Paragon suits, 6 damage, Angron's on 2 wounds.
Vahl can do the job. We rolling?
Good.
Extreme prejudice.
Nah.
I'm just going to dev you out here.
Nah.
3 devs?
You don't got this.
Vahl steps in and takes Angron's head.
Took down Angron a 2nd time this game.
Does he explode? Oh. So you're gonna roll me 666s again and you're gonna come back again.
That's not going to happen again.
Miracle dice gives him back a 6.
And then we are at the end of the phase.
And on a 2+, Celestine comes back.
Don't roll a 1.
Don't roll 1.
No, she does not.
We're gonna take all that resurrection power, we're gonna bring it back into Angron now.
But you know what? They're all the way back there. I've killed a demon primarch twice this game.
Can we make it 3?
Mubin does score 5 points in Assassination, chucking Mark for Death to give him a command point. Sabotage is halted.
Final battle round of the game. I'm curious whether or not you give me a chance to kill a demon primarch for a 3rd time.
Attack gets a 5 on miracle dice.
Last round, last KHORNE Yahtzee roll. KHORNE blessing time. He's coming back,
What?
baby!
Seriously?
Angron is back again. Trip 6s.
This is the game that never ends.
It's like playing whack-a-mole, except it's with a demon primarch.
Hi, whack, blood, whack, god, whack.
He's got Secure No Man's Land and Sabotage. Zephyrim of Past Battle Shock. The Arco-flagellants is Battle Shocked. Tax spending 1 of his 6 from his Miracle Dice to make sure his Repentia pass their Battle Shock. That extra Battle Shock pass is going to give Tack a big 13 points on primary, taking him up to 66.
I know that Mubin is probably going for command insertion, so the sisters are just going to spread all across the board.
Arco-flagellants get a Sabotage on the left side crates.
Take that. Angron can't land anywhere.
Arco-flagellants starting a Sabotage. That's it for Tack. Secure No Man's Land for 5, Sabotage ongoing.
Last 2 cards.
This is Mubin's final kick at the can here. He's got overwhelming force and Sabotage. He will not score any primary this turn, only going to score if he can take Tack's home objective. Overwatch for the Paragon Warsuit.
Fidelis now?
No.
2 of the 8-bound are dead.
The sisters will not relent.
Apparently.
Angron is in at the bottom left.
Let's charge stuff. 9-inch into those Repentia.
Command point reroll. He's in.
With another 11. Oh my god. Screw those sisters in particular. Wow. Not like that.
Ron took all the KHORNE energy. 1 command point on Blinding Radiance.
Angron still kills all the Repentia.
With that tech.
Good game.
Mubin will score 3 points on Overwhelming Force. His secret mission does fail, however. That means it's 84-34 for Tack and the Adepta Sororitas.
That was a wicked game for points for the sisters.
Congrats on the victory, Tack. You put down yet another Demon Uprising with the Sisters of Battle.
Not enough blood and skulls, but you know what? Brand new codex, new detachment, new rules. We'll see what we can do next time.
I gotta say though, Angron coming back twice and Celestine not standing up, that kind of feels prophetic.
Thank you, Games Workshop, for getting us the rules for the new World Leaders. This was a ton of fun. We're definitely gonna try more of these attachments because there's more fun in there.
And I can't wait to see the World Leaders on the channel again. Special thanks to this episode's sponsor, Warhammer 40,000 Tacticus. Make sure to check out the link in the description below or go to the App Store and download it today. Use code PlayOnTT25 until the end of May 2025 and get yourself some free swag. And of course, a great big thank you to you for watching. If you like what we do, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. If you really like what we do, please consider supporting us through YouTube membership or Patreon. You'll get exclusive releases, as well as behind-the-scenes interviews, early access to most of our shows, and access to our Discord, the most happening 40K community around. Well, that's it from all of us here at the Play On Studios. On behalf of them, it's me, JT the Voice, saying, till the next time you see us in the far-flung future of a grimdark universe, play on!